go. We're live. Gonna cook. All right. Oh yeah. Let's get this going here. All right. Stanch. There we go. There we go. Well, good morning, Moontime Devotion viewers. I hope you are all doing very well. Welcome to episode 3 of In Between Production. We are in between production of season 2. We're still getting the camera organized here. There we go. So good morning. Welcome to Moontime Devotions episode 3, folks. We are just waking up here about 4:30. And we're still, as I said, we're still in between seasons. We are currently filming season 2 since our new layout that corporate so kindly got to bring out for us. We started to pre-record every episode of Moontime Devotions and edit and chop and add music and such. And so it's a new layout, and we can add a lot more cool stuff to it. And it seems that that's what we're going to be doing from here on out. And as per usual, like in the last in-between episode, our little pup is sleeping. She's very tired. At 4:30 in the morning, she's barely awake, as most living things are barely awake. But I'm up early in the morning, like a bat in a cave. I get up early and I'm ready to go, and I'm ready for the Moontime Devotions in between episode 3. I'm so excited. What are we? 3 minutes in here, and we're just waking up now. This morning, I would like to promote, instead of our usual cup of Joe, coffee ho, kava ho. Instead of coffee, we have steez. Today on the show, we're promoting steez. Steeziza. So this is Steeza. It's an antioxidant brew. And this is a fully organic, let's see if you can see it over here maybe. This is a fully organic caffeinated drink with water and yerba santa and coffee berry and cane sugar and a couple other great little chemicals that are great for the human body and that are organic and that are very healthy for you. I got to speak up a little bit because the audio in here is not very good. I just remembered that. That's something you always got to remember when you're using any kind of streaming platform, is sometimes the audio can't be wonderful unless you pay for the premium packages. We don't have, but regardless, Steeza. Steeza. It's our Steeza drink, stevia Steeza drink. Not a significant source of saturated fat, just so you know, or trans fat or cholesterol or daily fiber, dietary fiber, vitamin D, calcium, and potassium. However, so we believe in a brew of clean energy, one steeped, excuse me, one steeped in tradition for the fields of the minds, of the body, and soul. And so we've got a little bit of Buddhist thing here on the camera. I should pick that up. Wait, no, there we go. Yeah. And so there you go. Premium fair trade organic yerba santa elevated with natural caffeine from organic coffee berry fruit. To create a sparkling antioxidant brew, perfect for work and play. And so we're a little bit of work and play on Moontime Devotion. So here we go, folks. This is the Steeza. We've gotten to the point, folks, where we decided to bring in a couple of the products that we should, in fair trade, promote. We're going to add some promotions to the Moontime Devotions as well to keep corporates concerned with funding to a minimum. To a minimum. Speaking of solar minimums, there's going to be an asteroid coming by, a comet coming by in April during the eclipse, the popular famous eclipse where everyone goes up and looks at the stars and shakes it down, and looks around. And so, regardless, speaking of minimum drinks and minimum solars and solar minimums, on April and the eclipse, we will definitely be drinking our Steezy. And so here we go, folks. This is our Steezy. Let's try it out. So definitely sweet. That's the first thing I can realize is it's a quite sweet. It's got quite a steezy. Right when you drink down the easy, it goes down easy, right into the creasy, the crease of your throat. Creasy of your throat, sweet, going down. It's kind of like a nectary, honey, sugary, but watery. Very watery. This is hydrating. This is a caffeine drink that keeps you hydrated. Okay, folks. Now that's something pretty amazing. I think when it comes to caffeinated drinks, being so um, infatuated with caffeinated drinks myself, Mr. Graham Smith and the Moontime Devotions. Steezy. Here we go, folks. Let's try another second drink. Yep, we get hints of cotton candy and kind of a black can cotton candy that you can open up and pop on and spring open. You can spring her open. It's kind of like a can of sweet salmon and a nice evening night. Look at this. It's got a sweet smell, sweet aroma. It's got such a sweet aroma in this black can full of cotton candy. Nevertheless, this is definitely a wonderful organic toasted maple leaf yerba xantha monteith leaf, fair trade antioxidant vitamin C, wonderful sweet drink that can wake you up in the morning real quick and easy. Just like as you can see, within 7 minutes, we are ready now to start filming for Moontime Devotions. Woo! I tell you, once that camera starts rolling, you got to be on it and you got to be quick, even in the in between episodes. And so, really, it's wonderful practice. And we've got our new fuel source here, at least for this episode. We'll try to promote Steezy, from here on out. Oh, excuse me, a little bit more as best as we can. We'll start advertising and promoting um, these caffeinated drinks. My goodness, my allergies are crazy this morning. We're gonna get some TP and we'll be right back. I gotta blow my nose. My goodness. Hopefully, I didn't keep you waiting too long. Oh my goodness. And there we go, folks. My goodness, our allergies are acting up a little bit. I apologize for that. You know what that is? That is a little bit of the residue of the chemical spill we had prior 2 episodes. So that definitely is affecting my allergies. It's kind of been doing that ever since. I got some rashes. I got some allergies. We got some things that came from the pyriticals spill with the buckets upstairs in the attic. But nevertheless, it seems that they've they're just temporary little things and they'll go away. And really, I'm just grateful that we've have properly our studio back in operation to the fullest capacity as possible. Again, no crew today, just good old Mr. Graham, just like we first started off in the first episode, and that's loyal to the viewers. I think that's beautiful attitude. So, our last episode, we talked about corporate quite a bit, and I don't want to talk about corporate as much this episode. Um, I think that freedom of speech is important, and that episode about corporate should be incorporated into our series, and so we definitely are going to keep that episode going. We did get some feedback from no other than CEO themselves, and they actually happened to watch that particular episode. And so, well, let's just say CEO ain't so happy about our in between episodes, but nevertheless, here we are again, doing it anyway because, well, why not? It's Moontime Devotions, and as long as we get our funding, we've promised that we will deliver on our side, and so we'll definitely be able to give their commissions, their monthly commissions, in which we will need to keep this show up and running. Like I've said before, thank goodness we've managed to graduate to a YouTube platform from all the other companies that we've been using. Our other companies have left and right, and it's been kind of a war-torn road for the Moontime Devotions, but we've kept everything going, running, up in operation quite efficiently, I think. And that's just a beautiful thing that we've got the Moontime Devotions up and running. And so we're going to keep on going no matter what CEO, no matter what the little money signs in their eyes, and regardless, it doesn't matter. We're going to keep on going and keep on showing and keep on laughing and keep on growing in the Moontime Devotions, in which we've saturated and really involved ourselves in an infatuation of really understanding that the decorative days to come are like a king's river. And we're really going to get into that poppy and find what's really getting hopping. And whew, right now, what's hopping is our antioxidant steezy, steeza, steehiza, steezy energy drink with the yerba santa. And so, whoo, here we go. A little bit of calcium, potassium in there. So, yep, folks, as per every other episode usual, we did wake up a little late this morning. Sometimes we get a later start than we'd like, uh, but we haven't had to get to the studio as early, which is wonderful. And so, really, we just kind of ride with it. These episodes are definitely very unorthodox, unedited, and very raw. And so, but the beautiful thing, folks, is this is going to be some of the last episodes you get to see that are so raw and not as professional because, like I said, our new layout's going to be changing for season 2, and it's going to be very exciting, and it's going to be more professional, more stylistic, and more organized. I suppose it'll be more organized, and that should be more fun. And but I think a lot of the viewers and myself, we prefer it to just be a live, continuous, just let's do it with all the flops and all the mistakes and all the criticisms allowed, and everything just out in the open, just like that. And that's the best way to provide this honest journalism and life advice and life coaching. Successful multi-million-dollar TV show in which that we've established for more than 50, 60 years now. 30 years in the last since the 80s. So wow. But there's the quick draw Pictionary of the whole thing. Really getting down to brass tacks of the cotton. Um, really, it's a wear of oven, and it's got that Panasonic tailspin. The state of the world, right? Panasonic tailspin, state of the world, and yet here we are, the Moontime Devotions. Despite CEO, we're really kicking, shining, glooming, gleaming, uh, glooming and gleaming, right? Especially through chemical spills and lack of crew and phone calls from upstairs uh, throwing us down the Kings River. So really, that's a poppy. Whew, 7 auto cook that in your mind and defrost, really defrost and sterilize, and we really get the whole picture, apples to apples. Apples to apples, love action productivity. So here we go, folks. This is the decor of the Moontime Devotions in between episode 3. We're just so excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Graham Smith, of course, again, uh, telling you that personally, that without Moontime Devotion viewers like you, Graham Smith, and behalf of my crew, we wouldn't be able to continue this show, and nor would we have anyone to be able to help. And so we're just so grateful that we've been able to help so many with this show and that we've continued to promote a healthy lifestyle of living and a healthy mental attitude that keeps you smiling on Sundays, keeps you smiling on Wednesdays, keeps you eating on Thursdays, and you know, keeps you right up on the roof on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And so really that's a beautiful thing. We've got a fully scheduled out healthy lifestyle promotion that we're trying to do. Of course, if I haven't mentioned already about 15 times, I'll say it again. We do got the stevia, stevia, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter. You can add the IA, the Z, STZA, Stevia. Whew, not a significant source of saturated fat, of course, or trans fat, cholesterol, dietary fiber, vitamin D, calcium, or potassium. Rather, this is something with 70 calories. This beautiful energy drink is the first energy drink, folks, that keeps you hydrated and wakes you up at the same time. And so, someone like me, who's always on the go and is always busy, being such a an editor and a co-host and a little prairie dog for CEOs, and and an executive of sorts and producer of Moontime Devotions. I'm always on the go. And one thing my doctor has always told me is, Graham, you always forget to drink water. You don't drink enough water. You're going to get an ulcer. You're going to get kidney stones again. Uh, and so I woke up and I realized, I need an energy source that helps me drink water. And so here we are with the Steza. And this is the first energy drink, like I was just saying, that hydrates you and wakes you up at the same time. Now that's what I'd call a Steza. That's quite the Steza. Whew. We'll put that right down here by our cast castor oil, and it goes down like castor oil, rather, but it's actually very good for you, and it's an antioxidant, antioxidant, C and D, giving you a good source of vitaminical properties and things that you need for your body. And whew, we arrived this morning at the little mini mart, my favorite little mini mart, and I was talking to Khan, my little clerk that I love. He always sets me up with energy drinks and donuts and Slim Jims and things I need while I'm on the go for such a busy schedule on the Moontime Devotions itinerary. Uh, and so, Con, I woke up this morning. I said, Con, my doctor says I need water, but I still need energy. I still need something to wake up in the morning. I tell you, what should I do, Con? What do you recommend? And so he showed me a various amount of caffeinated drinks, um, some more caffeinated than others, some more with chemical-based properties, some with just coffee-based properties, of course, right? That's the most go-to one, especially for Mr. Graham here on Moon Times. You always see me with a cup of coffee, but nevertheless, regardless, and always, he said, okay, I'm going to recommend a new one to you, Steez. and it's going to keep you hydrated and give you energy. And I thought, man, you're crazy. There's no way that I could do both in one on one show and one going. And so here we are, 20 minutes in. I've only had about 3 or 4 drinks now, and I am starting to really wake up and realize the potential of a hydrating drink of stevia antioxidant brew that can give you water and caffeine at the same time. And so, nevertheless, Con set me up, and I got one of these. And I got to tell you, for the cheap price of 2.49, very cheap, cheaper than some of the other main brand drinks out there, Monster, Rockstar, Starbucks, other caffeinated drinks, which are are good ones too. I recommend those ones as well. But this is the one we really want to get you on because this one has water. This one has water, and of course, now that corporate's watching these in between videos, I figured why not incorporate a little bit of promotion as best as we can. You know, I think it's going to be I think it's going to be wonderful. We're now going to be sponsored by Stiza. I'm going to call the manager today and ask if Moontime Devotions can be sponsored by Stiza, and we'll see what happens. But I am definitely thrilled and enthralled and excited and thoroughly satisfied with this hydrating energy drink apparatus. This is a caffeinated, hydrating, thirst level low drink that's kept me above and floating really on this Moontime Devotions episode. 20 minutes in on that cloud. Whew. And I tell you, it is a little bit cold out here. One of the things we do want to ask for folks in the donations area is we could use a new heater. We could use a new heater. That's something that we could use in this studio. In this studio, we don't have any heating and air. This is a completely, you know, separate entity to the rest of the studio. We actually share this studio with a salon in the back and a therapy offices and a couple of doctor offices and such. I think an eye doctor or something like that. And so this is a shared studio, and so we're like a separate part of the building in the back. And it's not very well insulated in here, and we don't retain a lot of warmth or cold. Um, but the fun thing is in the winter, I much prefer the cold than the heat because when the summer comes kicking, and I hear those summer drums coming around, this studio is going to be hot. It's going to be 105 in here. And so, but yeah, that's something we could promote, folks, as a cooler or heater of any kind for our studio, and that would definitely improve our conditions of keeping the comfort levels of our crew, really, rather. Um, but nevertheless, folks, as you know, Moontime Devotions is a surviving, long-lasting, standing TV show that's made it through promotion, through propaganda, through thick and thin. I mean, I would be on this show with holes in my shirt if I had to be, and we've had in the past. And so, speaking of the past, let's get into that. Um, we've got some exciting news. Oh, we got some very exciting news about the past, about the origin stories documentary. Our documentary has been greenlit by CEO, our executive corporate folks. Excuse me, I'm still stumbling on my words because I'm still waking up. I'm surprised I don't have a lisp this early in the morning. But early in the morning, Moontime Devotions, we've got greenlit to make a documentary, and we are joyous. We are so joyous about it. We've got greenlit to make a full feature-length film documentary about the beginnings and the middles and the present days of the Moontime Devotions TV show. And so we're going to go back to the history. We're going to go all the way back to 1800s and the ideas and the poetry and the urban legends and folklore and all that, all the way fast forwarding from there to 1905, where our first successful radio broadcasting of the Moontime Devotions was created, and so we'll definitely be sharing that in the documentary. It's going to be our origin story. We don't have a name for the documentary yet, but it'll be somewhere along the lines of Moontime Devotions Origins or something like that. Again, like I said, it sprung out. Such a beautiful thing sprang out, kind of like a summer or a spring flower ready to bloom. But that's how it was. We made an episode called Origins for season one of our Moontime Devotions, as I've mentioned before. And we gave it to corporate. We said, look at this. We got to take this and make this into a feature length film because that was one of our more successful episodes on season one. And so we are definitely excited about that. We've got a new movie on the way, a new documentary on the way, and we are going to be delighted to share that with you. So we have multiple projects going on here in Moontime Devotions. We're hiring crews. We're working on intro videos, Patreons. We are suggestively thinking about a movie. And of course, we're filming, number one, we're filming season two nonstop. It's been very busy. I just come in between. These are like my in between episodes where I come in like a trailer on a movie set, right? Like a mobile home trailer type thing that our celebrities walk into and they live in so they can stay on set for days. And that's kind of what this is. That's what this is our in between while we're filming seasons two episodes. We get to go on here on their in between seasons episodes and really share some ideas and promote things and just kind of keep you guys in the loop. That's the coolest thing about these free, uncensored videos is we are keeping our community embedded in the creative direction of where we want to take this show. Now, the last episode, granted, I went on quite the passionate talk about how I'll keep the show going, and it's important to me how we keep Moontime Devotions traditionally sound and alive. But I didn't think I expounded upon enough that it's you guys. This is why we make these episodes. Is I'm bringing the community into the conference table with corporate. I'm keeping the communication between corporate, uh, creator, and community all in one. Because there's a lot of companies out there that don't listen to the people enough, and corporate just makes blind decisions. The creator makes blind decisions without incorporating our viewers and the community around them, in which the whole thing is built around. And so that's what great joy it is to bring you guys in to our corporate circle. And we can show you exactly what we're thinking, what we're working on, and you never are left wondering why a creative difference was made, or why a creative choice was made, or why something in the show remained that maybe you didn't want to see. And so, of course, please, you know, a lot of people always talk about likes and comments, or I mean, likes and subscriptions, which is fine. But you know what? We're more concerned with comments. Just leave us comments. Go in the comment section and write us down what y'all think should be upgraded, um, incorporated in, whatever y'all want to add. That advice is totally valuable, especially when we're filming a new season. Whew. Give me a stretch. Ooh, we're gonna stretch that back. At 4 in the morning, I tell you, you start to wake up, and I've been quite the motor mouth this morning. I had to take a second to stretch and just enjoy the morning silence. You know, my goodness. See, our studio is so peaceful. The studio is so peaceful. It's so quiet. And really, this is, we could open a book study in this studio. It's so quiet and peaceful. And, that's one of the most important things when running a TV show is you want to make sure your TV set, your studio is at peace, right? You want the surrounding areas in which your filming locations are located, excuse me, to be peaceful and to be happy environments. And so this is very much a happy environment where, I get so excited and I start motor mouthing, and then as soon as I'm quiet and I kind of look around and I hear and listen, have a panoramic view of this studio. It's so quiet and peaceful in here. And so that's the kind of peace we want to transcend and bring through the screen for you. Um, that's part of the reason I think Moontime Devotions is so happy and such a peaceful, happy show, is it brings the good energies through, right? Through the screen, you can feel the good energy that is in our Moontime Devotion studio, despite our chemical spill that we've had in recent months. Nevertheless, decorative days to come. Season two, folks. Season two on the way. We've got season two on the way. We are going to continue to promote season two. We're going to add some new little promotions and ads, and if you will, and new things to check out. And so we're really excited about that. We're going to sterilize that in our mind. It's a ware of oven. It's apples to apples. It's the King's River with the poppy. It's a poppy of a King's River, like we always say, love, action, productivity. So community, we're going to incorporate the community as much as I possibly can in the regular show as well. But, depending on what corporate thinks and such, and my crew and the creative differences and creative similarities and agreements, we'll definitely probably keep these in between episodes ongoing as well. Um, just to like a side discussion, And like I said, I am fighting for it to not have to be a Patreon feature, but no guarantees there. Corporate really wants it to be a Patreon thing only because it's like a roundtable discussion of episodes and in between and about themselves sometimes, obviously, as we know. And so we'll see what happens there. I'm gonna try to fight for as much freedom as I can in this show, but we are backed by a financial provider, and so we will definitely cater to what they want at the end of the day. Um, just like we did in 1905, it was completely catering, or in the 40s especially, it was catering to what the government wanted because of the Panasonic tailspin state of the world at that time, where our show was being used for propaganda for the war efforts. And so, regardless, here we are again, doing a similar thing. The world's in a much better place, arguably, for that kind of thing. And so we're going to cater to what corporate wants as best as we can as a frozen entry, or a frozen entree, if you will. We're the entry to the entree, keeping our Moontime Devotions receptive and open and accepting and lining itself up with what everyone else wants and what our viewers wants, while also catering to the needs and the wants and desires of our corporate financial providers. And so, welcome to Moontime Devotions, our in between episode 3. It looks like on there it says seasons test 2. These shows are very unprofessional, these little in between episodes, but right, that's what keeps it going and happy and loving and fun. 58 courts down a leader, right? That's like 5 football fields right down the poppy hole on a Kings River or a creek. And so, yeah, we've got that going. We've got the munching and the brooding and the believing and the promoting and the production, and wow, right? This is the rewards, because sometimes traveling is the most rewarding way to go uh, when it comes to these TV shows. And so, yeah, season two will definitely incorporate more traveling, more lifestyle and traveling type episodes. There also is talk. I have some exciting news here, so I will share this. I'll need a couple drinks for this, so excuse me. Oh, oh, oh. I gotta tell you, the steez is waking me up with a breeze. Oh my Goodness, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff right there. So, folks, I was talking to our CEO of corporate. Okay, so this is the big guy. This is the big guy. This is the upstairs. Men in black, up high above us. And so I was shaking when I got to see him. I was like, oh my gosh, because you say what, they keep the whole this whole thing going. Our show could get canceled again, and we'd have to start again. And so anyway, they're the ones you got to be ready for when they come around. And so here's the deal. He said that he's working out a trade deal with that other company, and that there's hints and talk of Moontime Devotions being able to get on TLC. Okay, I don't know if you've seen TLC, the lifestyle channel on cable all over the world, but especially here in the United States, and cable companies they provide this channel, TLC. Oh, the Lifetime channel, and so lifestyle channel, and we might get lucky enough to get the Moontime Devotions on TLC. What a big platform, what an honor, and what a responsibility that would be. No promises, it's all talk right now, but that's rather exciting, I think, to uh, little mention in these little in between episodes. We'll just drop it in the Easter egg here for all you that have stuck it out this long. Um, yeah, there is talk of our show becoming a #1 hit on TLC. And really, I think our show would fit in perfectly with TLC because it's all about uh, life and how we can help people, and um, that would be wonderful. And so there's talk of our show being picked up by a huge provider, and that would up our budget quite a bit. Uh, and so there's a lot of exciting things with that. And so who knows what's going to happen? I don't want to get y'all excited, too excited, folks. But that's definitely in the works. And so we're gonna keep that in our mind and turn left and turn right, sterilize that, and keep it deep frost, real deep down in there because we don't know. But fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. We're hoping that that works out. And if it doesn't, that's okay. We've got a great studio and a great um, financial basis right now, despite corporate's attitude. Oh, wanting more. You know, oh, Mr. Graham is excited and grateful for that. The amount of whatever we have right now is good enough for the Moontime Devotions and our community. Our community never complains about this show. It's only the uh, but never mind. You know what I'm saying there. Uh, so yeah, TLC might pick us up. That would be exciting. We'll see what happens. We're gonna keep things going. We're just gonna stay consistent and stay steady along the road. Slow is the race, slow and steady. And we're gonna take the position of the tortoise in this race rather than the hare, because the hare always gets there quickly and ends up losing the race because they compensate for too much lack of time. Uh, whereas the tortoise is always consistent and always makes it past the finish line. And so take that little childhood nursery and really take that into your heart. And that's the Moontime Devotions path for our TV show so far. And so we're excited to keep that going. That's the attitude we're going to keep. And you know, that's really what's going on. That's what's going on. That's what's new with our Moontime Devotions. We're in the in-between episodes. We're promoting Steez. Multiple names for it. That's what's cool. Steezia, Steezy, Steeza, Steez, Steezoos, Steezoos, Lots of pronunciations for it, which is nice. It's a multifaceted type of energy drink that could be pronounced in many, many different ways. Uh, Definitely an organic brewed yerba Santa type of drink, kind of a hound's tongue in a liquid form, if you ask me. And it really keeps on kicking. I'm still feeling the little buzz on it. And so there we go, folks. Coming at you live on the Moon Time Devotions episodic journey with us together in the in between seasons. We have season 2 up and running and filming, and we're I think we're on episode 6, maybe 5, if I remember correctly, and we'll just be releasing an episode every couple weeks, as per usual. But we've pre-recorded about 5 episodes, I think, and yeah, and so the show is looking good. It's polished, cleaned up. It's one of the best looking series that we've had throughout the franchise. I will say that it's very polished, cleaned up, and so we're going to continue to promote it and show it, and you know, we're just going to keep. Eventually, we want to get some monetization on it. We'll see what YouTube feels about that. Right now, our budget is based on viewership, but eventually it'd be nice to have monetization. Of course, that's what corporate wants. I personally don't think we need ads on our Moontime Devotion episodes, but hey, right? You go on streaming platforms on your average TV nowadays, and there's ads on everything, and so really that's kind of out of my control. But nevertheless, these live streams won't have ads, so that's pretty fun, at least for the time being. And so we'll enjoy that very, very much. And so, well, I suppose that's that. What, 41 minutes in? 40 minutes in on this Moontime Devotions episode. I hope you've enjoyed joining me in with Graham on the Moontime. We're excited to have you. We're live as always in these in between episodes, and just stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. I know you guys are just excited and bated breath for season two's release, and we are busy working on it as fast as we can. Corporate wants us to finish a whole season before we release even one episode, because they always love to be 10 steps ahead, probably for financial reasons. Um, and so, but I was kind enough to take this idea out of my magic hat and to keep giving you guys material to watch, even in between while we're waiting to release those episodes to you. And so we're just thankful that you joined us, and we hope that you all have a wonderful day. And stay tuned for season 2. Will be around the corner, and we'll all be together again talking about the various topics that keep our lives up and running and promoting a healthy lifestyle and just a new way of living when it comes to the time of moon devotions. And that's the Shins of Devote Moontime Devotions episodes, season 2, coming soon, folks. Coming soon, coming soon. So it's a Kings River decorative days to come. We will see you soon, folks. We will see you soon. Thanks for joining us, and we'll probably be back with another in between episode fairly soon. So I hope this receives you well, and please give us some comments in the comments section. That's what I wanted to say. Give us some comments in the comments section, and give us what you're thinking, your feedback. We love to hear it, even if it's criticism. It doesn't matter. We can take it. We're excited, and well, we love you, folks. Moontime Devotions signing out. See you next week.